Anyway, so before the break, we have a treat for you. We have a very experienced comedian here, all the way from ancient Greece, Socrates. Woo! Come on, guys, fucking some energy.
Thanks so much. Here we go, everybody! Woo! Yeah, that's what I like to hear. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, it's a bunch of single people on Valentine's Day. Yeah. Didn't have a date, huh? I get it. You had a date and you came out here to the bar, which is good. And you guys are on about 3 months, you said? 2 months. You're right in the meaty part of the sex part of the relationship. Yeah. How's it going? Yeah, you're here at the comedy show, getting fucked like all of us. A bunch of masturbators in the room with you. We know. Probably we're getting more of it, you know. I'm 58. Thanks, appreciate it. It's 85 in Dutch. Yeah. So my sex life is fantastic. And if you want my red flag, it's horses. Yeah. Any chick with a horse, you want to steer right clear on that. We go, ho, ho, ho. Back it up slowly. Anybody got a horse in here? Any horse people? Smart crowd. That's what I like to see. I like smart people. You know, they call heroin horse. Yeah, it makes sense. You know? Takes all your money, you stink like hell, destroys your life. Am I bitter? Oh yeah! Yeah, she's the last woman of my life too, so far as that goes. Take the horses and run, you know what I mean? So I've been here for a long time. I'm actually probably a good person for Valentine's Day advice, etc., because I'm like a long-time celibate. Yeah, there you go. A little boo. I appreciate that. Well, you know, like, if you like quiet living, right? I mean, it's like you can have like they whisper sweet nothings into your ear, you know, so that's what they used to say when I was a kid. It's supposedly a nice thing or whatever. But I had more like arguments that were about nothing. Did you ever have those things? It's like, what the hell are we arguing about? How do you stop an argument that's over nothing at all? You know, I had this big fight once that was about if Britney Spears had a better career than the other singer, who I don't remember her name, because my girlfriend thought I meant Madonna, and argued to the hilt. And then the next day said, oh, by the way, I thought you meant Madonna. That's a bad argument, you know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, celibacy, woo! It's nice, it's quiet, it's easy, you know what I mean? It's like COVID all over again. You didn't do COVID? There's a pause. It's like a little bit of mental problem there for a while. Again, I'm 58, so for me, COVID's just like another day, you know? It's not like I was doing anything. Some people were like 18. You realize somebody got laid that day, got home, and said, what do you mean lockdown? Do you know what I did today? Well, in 2 years, you can do it again. Woo. But fortunately for me, I'm old and dying, so yeah. It's like climate change, not my concern. I vote green, you know what I mean? Here in America, I vote fascism. Why? It's popular. You got to go with the crowd, especially when they're going in the fascist direction. It's always hard to go against the fascists if at all possible. But like I said, as far as me, like, I don't know, nobody's seen me here. I've been having a fun year. Just after COVID, instead of dating, I started going to the hospital because I was taught a Dutch word, which was aangereden. And if you don't know what it means to be slammed into, because I thought, you know, we had this new world coming up after COVID. We'd have this new wonderful world where everybody was concerned about the worker who matters and not about the lawyers who don't. Woo. And then I got to go to the hospital for like a year and a half, which was great, with the houses paracetamol. The good part of the hospital is morphine. Anybody ever do a shot of morphine? Any morphine people? Some? Yeah. It's a great drug, right? And was it a hospital or did you just know a guy? Both. It's weird if it starts with a guy in the hospital like, hey, all right. But she said to me, would you like a shot of morphine? Yes. At the moment especially, you know what I mean? Because I was kind of in pain. But morphine's like a warm hug on a cold night. Yeah, it's better than a relationship. Especially if you know a guy who gets you the morphine. I only got the 2 shots, but they sent me home with some Oxycontin, which is like a shitty girlfriend. It's not the same, you know. it's that third, fourth month, well, maybe fourth year. It's later in the relationship when you realize you're with Oxycontin because you've been with them for a while, they help, and it's like it's easier to sleep with them than without them, and breaking up isn't that easily. It leaves a little hole in your heart when they leave you, Yeah, trust me. You'll feel it. You won't care, but you'll feel it. And then after I think I'm finally getting healthy again, Now I'll start a new life, healthy again. I can use the old right arm, and I learned to use my left arm. It's a valuable skill, trust me. The easiest way to learn it is put a cast in your other arm. But then in August, it works. In August, I thought, again, maybe I'm back to normal again, and I went to sleep, and I woke up and I had a stroke. Yeah, exactly. That was my reaction too. Stunned silence, because I went to sleep as Socrates and I woke up Strokates. And the arm I got lots of material from. The stroke I didn't really get any comedic benefit from it. And just really, if you're going to do something in life and be a stand-up comic, you want it to be funny. Which is also a good reason not to have a girlfriend, because then you end up it's not my thing. But the problem with any sort of brain injury, any brain injury people in the room? Can you hear me? Everyone will tell you seem the same to me, which is nice. I hope I don't seem way worse than, you don't seem at all the same. I had a stroke, But from my perspective, it's my memory's a little bit shot, so it's I don't always remember people, faces are a little bit, I could be talking to somebody for a little while before I realize, oh wait, you're a mirror. Wasting my time arguing over nothing here. But you have to meet new faces and everything. It's always a good thing, you know what I mean? So anybody else, anyone near, who's anywhere close to my age? Anyone? Anyone who's over 43, under 43? Yeah, a bunch of people. This used to be apparently a really bad dive bar, and I personally, other than the morphine, I've been smoking weed for 43 years. So for your entire lives, I've been doing a habit. And it's important to have a commitment, you know what I mean? If you can't maintain a relationship with yourself, who can you maintain a relationship with, you know what I mean? Because between lockdown, between strokes, and otherwise accidents, you will find that you're stuck with yourself more than anybody else in the life. And if at all possible, learn to use your other hand, because I gotta tell you, it's a useful skill, you know what I mean? Public speaking, not as useful, but using both hands, because you never know when you're gonna really smash the shit out of the other one. And as far as getting life advice, I think you become the stand-up comic, you came to the right place, because we made these decisions. Working for beer in a place where you don't drink. I keep wanting to work I go to do a show at a coffee shop, because maybe they tip me in joints. But as it is, I get a beer, I realize, I'm wrapping it up. It's like a relationship. It goes a little longer than you think, and then suddenly it ends. So as far as it goes, if you want life advice, what you want to do in life is you want to maintain a work and life balance, if at all possible. And you should never, ever take your work home with you, which applies doubly if you're like a kindergarten teacher. I can't go back to America, by the way. Thanks so much. My name is Socrates.